Hey everyone, welcome back. We do have some great news today. We're considering listing Shiba Inu and Pasino, and it's definitely going to happen. This just tells you the huge demand. After this was retweeted by SHIB itself, we can see 1,300 likes. I definitely do think they'll do it for right now. And this means, there's so many exchanges out there still having the potential to get listed. So unparalleled crypto gaming, and you can see here, if they list SHIB, they now have to do it. Look at the big demand. I do think a lot of people will be using this, but listing SHIB on more and more exchanges is going to raise the prices. Thank you so much for liking the video, because we are coming into a lot of news. As long as Doge is alive, Shiba Inu army will be standing strong. That's what I'm really excited about. But Shiba Swap's returns distribution process has finished, and you're getting your returns, you're getting all of that, even 5 days ago, really. But the most important factor here is, from what we're seeing, yes, this is all news. What you have to remember is the developers are still working on Shiba Swap to this day. And if we can approve Shiba Swap, then we can actually see the project grow. So communication is key. Communication leads to project confidence. And that's, to me, understanding the intimate of projects and mutual valuing of all investments. So if the Shiba Inu devs, communicated with us, told us about the rewards, then I think a lot of people would not sell when they sold. I do think a lot of people are actually buying in. I do think also what Saitama Inu is doing is great. For example, they're actually doing a monthly Q&A each single month. I've decided not to post too often in expectation to relevant news from official channels in regarding to updates. But thanks for keeping trust, SHIB Army. It was hard for weeks, but it was done. More news coming for holders, and they're definitely working. But since you can now sell in OpenSea with SHIB, let's celebrate with an NFT promo. Tweet your art using these two hashtags. And this Shiba Inu collectible actually looks awesome. It's only a matter of time before we're going to be seeing something like that. It's only a matter of time also before we see a huge burn for Shiba Inu. Now, what I do know is a lot of NFTs are going to be growing. So if we can see collectibles for Shiba Inu, if we can see some sort of things like this, which you can collect just like Axie Infinity, and it would involve a burn, then we are going to be seeing a huge return on our coins. But Bitcoin over 50,000, people will start getting ready to invest Shiba Inu again. Well, Bitcoin is going to be hitting 100,000 at some point, and hitting over 100,000 definitely means we're going to be seeing another at its highest probably in 2022. And right now people are preparing to make a lot of money, because we are not moving the sector enough. We're not moving the markets enough. Who's moving the markets? I'm going to give you a hard truth right now while we're in those growth stages. Right now, the ones that are moving the markets are the big institutions holding 200 billion, holding 100 million, holding 1 billion of cryptocurrencies. And yes, that is a fact. They're actually the ones moving the market, not someone buying $1,000. And that's actually good news. This means institutions are going to be buying in and are very bullish right now for the long term. So we just need, some talk with the devs, and that would increase the price. Because Shiba Inu to be listed on Coinbase, Robinhood, and Webull in September 2021. Webull was already listed. You have a free bonus down in the description below. But I can see it's going to be huge for SHIB if it turns out to be true. We shall see soon enough. But the rewards have been dropped. Remember, volume is key. So use Shiba Swap, 50% less fees than Uniswap. So they're going with less fees. But I think a lot of people on Uniswap are simply staying on Uniswap because they've been using it for such a long time. Right now, the most of importance is the gas fees we're seeing. While Shiba Swap has less fees, if we can get on the Shibarium blockchain, so its own blockchain or a different blockchain like a BCC blockchain, then we would keep the fees really, really low. And keeping the fees really, really low, like Dogecoin has, would further increase the price, would make more people use Shiba Swap. And if rewards are released this week, rewards were released. But the most important factor we can see here is that basically people want more transparency and honesty with the developers. Right now, from when I was browsing the subreddit, I think a lot of people just want some communication with the developers about the rewards, about any issues overall, about the burn. And developers do respond, just not during the weekends. This is Actually, they're still taking their break, but I do think they're working on something very hard, as all of these institutions are finally coming in. They're finally investing in crypto. But this is a really, really awesome news, because Cardano already had a major growth. You know, the chart fractal hints at potential 40% correction. If Cardano is growing so much, we could be seeing, you know, SHIB and other coins following that as well. But Xiaomi India needs regulatory clarity to embrace cryptocurrency, and I definitely do agree with that. According to Xiaomi India Managing Director Manu Jain, cryptocurrency is an extremely interesting area that is doing exceptionally well. And Xiaomi India, the subcontinent's branch of the major mobile phone manufacturer, is interested in the cryptocurrency industry but needs a regulatory clarity from the government. The firm's managing director, Manu Jain, said in an interview to the Economic Times, "We will want to wait for all the regulatory clarity, and if you did not know, we donated such a huge relief fund to India in cryptocurrency, yet India is still doing a lot of regulation because they're afraid cryptocurrencies are basically a scam. There's not a lot known about cryptocurrencies as of yet. We will want to understand more on regulation side." Jane's latest remark came after the company's financial services business returned to growth in 2021. Seeing a 35% year-on-year surge in the first quarter due to expanding it more into financial products. The company has been actively diversifying its products into a full-spectrum lending platform focused on payments, lending, insurance, and launching e-commerce and loan services in India last year. So India is reportedly Xiaomi's biggest market outside of China, and if you don't know who Xiaomi is, it's basically a phone company. They sell cheap phones, but it could be that right now we're going to be seeing, you know, potentially Xiaomi working with crypto. Who knows for now? But crypto is not protected by law, rules provincial high court in China. A provincial high court ruling in China has set potential precedent by declining to protect a plaintiff's 10,000 worth of lost crypto tokens. So that's simply crazy how unregulated, you know, cryptocurrencies are in China. Basically, if you lost those tokens, you're gonna lose them forever. So he invested $10,000 in an unnamed crypto token back in 2017, which friends of his had reportedly endorsed, and he basically sued someone. From what I can see, you know, he invested in a Chinese coin, and he's never gonna be seeing that money back. You know, that's the basic rules of cryptocurrency right now. You know, it's not like stocks. It's a wild market from what I'm seeing. But as we get through those regulations, then we're finally going to be seeing that decent growth. Now, Coinbase warns infrastructure bills crypto provision could impact 20% of the U.S. population. Coinbase Global Tax VP has slammed Congress for a controversial crypto tax provisions rushed into the infrastructure deal, warning the bill could impact 60 million Americans. Now, that's a lot of Americans. This is something you should know. Lawrence Latkin, Global Vice President of Tax at Coinbase, has taken aim at a rushed cryptocurrency provision added to the Congress bipartisan infrastructure bill at the last minute, slamming lawmakers for hastily inserting amendments that could impact 60 million Americans. Today, around 60 million Americans own crypto, roughly 1/5 of the entire US population. Now, that's a lot. Imagine when we get to 50%. 1/5 owns crypto in the US. That's simply crazy. Those Americans in the entire crypto ecosystem deserve more dialogue than midnight provisions inserted at the last minute. This will harm innovation and stifle the potential of the hugely important technology at its earliest stages of development. Tax policy should be thoughtful and deliberate. Broad overreach is a regulatory mistake. The controversial infrastructure bill passed the Senate earlier this month, and onlookers are here that may be opportunities to amend the legislation as it moves through the House for scrutiny in the coming months. Now, Bitcoin price tags 50K for the first time since May. Since plunging to the 29,000 range in the late June, Bitcoin's price has recovered more than 72%. So on-chain metrics recently suggested that Bitcoin's price squeeze may be imminent, with long-term holders and institutions bolstering their Bitcoin holdings. So finally, we're going to be seeing, better and better prices. A series of higher lows and positive daily close have carried a momentum for Bitcoin since trading in a low 30,000. Meanwhile, the Bitcoin and Greed Index, which is based on multifactorial sentiment analysis, has flipped from extreme fear to extreme greed in less than a month. So we are seeing this right now. No, we are getting greedy and we love it. Crypto is growing, as we all predicted it. But Bitcoin initially led the crypto market recovery earlier this month. Many altcoins have surged. At the time of writing, Cardano, Solana were boasting double-digit gains for the week, and it's only a matter of time before Dogecoin and Shiba Inu come in. All we need to do right now is get listed on Robinhood and Coinbase. Let's do it. Let's go, guys. Let's actually do it, because all of these institutions coming in offering cryptocurrencies, we're going to be seeing that. On the regulatory front, the UK's Financial Conduct Authority is increasingly cracking down on cryptocurrency exchanges that do not meet its registration requirements. And early this summer, the FCA warned the exchange it was not permitted to offer regulated trading activity in the country. PayPal's De Ponto said his company is committed to continue working closely with regulators in the UK and around the world in ruling out its crypto offerings. But 50K Bitcoin price versus the Fed, 5 things to watch in Bitcoin this week. This is something we're going to be looking in the future because it's a pretty long thesis, so definitely be sure to subscribe for that. But Shiba Inu holding strong. Look at this. Still, year by year. So SHIB, when listed, SHIB has grown massively, about 4 million. So that's really awesome. Compared to Doge, SHIB is dominating the market right now and definitely will do so in the future, especially if we can get that hype back up and running. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace everyone.